There are places where the future begins when a line is drawn. The Namib Corridor is one of those places. More than just a railway and a port, the Namib Corridor is a strategic axis of regional integration, a corridor that connects the Atlantic to the heart of Africa, and on the horizon, the connection to Namibia and Zambia. Located in southern Angola, the corridor crosses lands rich in minerals and ornamental stones, linking production centers, industrial zones, and global markets. It is the point where the energy of the interior meets the strength of the sea, creating routes for transport, commerce, and investment. Covering approximately 35% of the national territory and 18% of the Angolan population, the Namibe Corridor stands as a vital axis of economic and social development for the country. At the end of the 19th century, the world was experiencing the era of great railway lines. The train was a symbol of progress, an instrument of connection and sovereignty. In Angola, the Moçambique Railway was born from this impulse. The idea was simple and ambitious: to connect the Atlantic to the Huila Plateau, bringing development, commerce, and more colonial presence in the south. In 1890, a charter law gave substance to the ambition. 1905, construction began. On September 28th, Moçambique Station opened its doors, and the next day, Governor-General Ramada Curto inaugurated the first section. Approximately 10 kilometers between Moçambique and Suco, a short distance on a map, but a leap into the territory's history. By February 1906, the line had already reached 25 kilometers, arriving at mineral extraction zones and enabling cargo flow to the seaport. In 1907, the Moçambique Railway already extended 67 kilometers of track. 1,000 tons of cargo traveled in its wagons, and 4,000 passengers discovered that the landscape seemed to change scale when viewed from a carriage window. In the following years, engineer Artur Torres's brigade conducted studies and construction through the desert, locomotives, and men conquering silence and heat. 1912, Bibala received the train. 1916, Humbia felt the track vibrate. The Chela mountain range, the biggest obstacle to the project, slowly gave way until, on May 31, 1923, the train reached Sada Bandera, now Lubango. 33 years after the vision, the plateau and the sea shook hands. In 1953, the South Branch consolidated the connection to the Huila Plateau, and in 1956, the East Branch reached Matala. In the same decade, an auxiliary line connecting the iron mines on the slopes of the Chela mountain range was built, and the Dongo Chamutet branch line began to serve the Jamba and Lobito mining companies. During the following decades, this branch would be intensively used for ore transport to the port of Moçambique, becoming one of the country's most profitable logistics axes. In the 1970s, Moçambique exported marble and granite shipped at the ore pier, while cranes loaded ships with iron, fish, flour, and sugar. The region prospered with canning, milling, ceramics, soft drinks, and coffee roasting industries. The port was already the driving force behind regional progress, serving domestic trade and neighboring countries. These were 9 decades of construction, effort, and vision. From 1881 to 1975, the railway and port of Moçambique became more than engineering works. They became a vital link between the sea and the interior of Angola, and an engine of development for the south of the country. In 1975, Angola gained its independence.
Perante a África e o mundo, a
With freedom came new challenges and difficult decades marked by prolonged conflict that profoundly affected the entire country. No province was spared. Roads, bridges, public services, and industrial facilities suffered damage that compromised mobility and development. The south of the country, due to its strategic position, was particularly affected. From the border with Namibia, which was then occupied, the apartheid regime conducted operations that left infrastructure completely destroyed in the provinces of Cunene and Cuando-Cubango, compromising mobility and economic activity throughout the region. The Mosammedes Railway suffered devastating damage as well. Extensive sections of track were destroyed, stations were rendered inoperable, and rail service came to a virtual standstill, severing the vital connection between the coast and the interior. But with the peace accord of 2002, Angola began to move forward once again. The Angolan government launched an ambitious program to rebuild the nation's infrastructure. In the years that followed, tracks were laid again and stations were reborn. The reconstruction of the line between Namibe and Huila began, along with the requalification of the Port of Namibe. In 2012, the Sacamar Special Station, dedicated to the transport of goods and fuels, will begin operating. The Sacamar Mineral Terminal will then establish itself as a central hub for the export of minerals and fuels, strengthening the interconnection between the railroad and the port, and becoming a vital link in national logistics. 2 years later, regular fuel transport between the coast and the interior began, ensuring supply to the southern region. During the same period, granite transport from Huila to Namibe resumed, with trains moving approximately 900 tons per month. Carriages once again circulate throughout the entire corridor, connecting families, cities, and economies. The Mosammedes train once again unites the interior of Africa with the Atlantic. At the mouth of the desert rises the Port of Namibe, one of the most strategic natural ports on the African Atlantic coast. Its location brings it close to maritime routes connecting southern Africa to Europe, the Middle East, and Asia, reinforcing Angola's role in international trade. Protected by rock formations and sheltered from ocean winds, the port has a deep and secure bay, advantages that position it among the most efficient in the region. The container terminal, with 301 meters of quay, has capacity to receive ships of up to 60,000 tons. The mineral terminal, with a 520-meter pier quay, can accommodate Panamax vessels of up to 250,000 tons and allows the export of 10 million tons of ore per year. The Port of Namibe is also the natural exit gateway for Zambian minerals, serving as a logistics alternative to the Lobito Corridor. Furthermore, the corridor opens new regional tourism routes, creating privileged connections to destinations such as Victoria Falls, the Okavango Delta, and Namibia, where commerce and tourism meet. Integrated into the Namibe Corridor, it connects directly to the railway and highway, enabling the circulation of fuels, minerals, ornamental stones, and general cargo. Angola ranks among the countries with the greatest iron production potential in southern Africa. Much of these reserves are found in the direct area of influence of the Namibe Corridor, where the interconnection between mines, railway, and port ensures ideal conditions for their transport and export. In the region, the Cunene-Gabbro Anorthositic Complex also stands out, an imposing formation of approximately 45,000 square kilometers of black granite, considered the largest natural rock complex on the planet. Huila, and Namibe concentrate 95% of national ornamental stone production, reinforcing the region's export vocation. The geological diversity goes beyond stones. Manganese, copper, nickel, cobalt, niobium, and lithium are already being prospected, consolidating the corridor as the natural route for the flow of critical minerals of high international value. The South's agriculture, responsible for more than 2 million tons of products in 2023/24, approximately 7.3% of national production, remains mostly rudimentary, but holds enormous potential to be integrated into the corridor's logistics, expanding economic and social impact. The projections are encouraging. The exploitation of ornamental stones should double, reaching approximately 800,000 tons, of which 80% will travel by rail for export. Iron ore, in turn, should reach record production levels, driven by the maturation of major mining and industrial investments currently underway. In fuel and diverse cargo transport, an annual movement of 1 million tons is estimated, 60% corresponding to general cargo and 40% to fuels. With these indicators, the Namib Corridor should reach, by 2034, a stable volume of 5 million tons per year, a milestone of prosperity and logistics efficiency for Angola and for the entire southern region of the continent. The Namib Corridor is more than a transport infrastructure. It is a line to the future that unites the interior with the sea, transforms resources into opportunities, and projects Angola as a pole of growth and integration in the south of the continent. A space for partnership and sustainable investment, where innovation, commerce, and connectivity pave the way to a shared future of prosperity. The Government of Angola announces the public tender for the concession of the Namibe Corridor, a unique opportunity for experienced private operators, with attractive prospects for return on investment and active participation in a strategic sector in expansion, supported by policies of economic diversification and regional integration. A unique opportunity for partnership in an axis that connects the Atlantic to the heart of Africa. Find out more at mintrends-tenders.ao.